to paperairplanes.co.uk. This video I'm going to be showing you how to make the paper frisbee, which is a pretty cool type of airplane. And there's a few things actually that I don't explain very well in the notes about the plane, so it's going to be useful for you to see me actually make it and listen to the sort of things I've learned since I originally uploaded it to the website. So the paper frisbee is actually made up of a series of tessellated pieces that piece together. What I've done here, you can see, is take a letter-sized sheet of paper and split it precisely in half. I took 4 of these sheets of paper and split them all exactly in half, and I'm going to make one of the tessellated pieces and then show you how they slot together to make a frisbee. The important thing is that you have squares, and one of the things that makes a big difference actually in terms of making the paper frisbee is not to use standard paper. So if you do like standard A4 kind of letter paper, you get a frisbee that does this. I mean, it tessellates together well like you can see here, but you know, any way that you hold it, it just flops in half. So what I've done here instead is use some card, basically. Not very heavy card, easy to bend, but it's still a heavier grade of paper from which to make the paper frisbee. So, first thing you do is you take a corner of the rectangle card if you can't get hold of squares all the same size. You line it up against the side, and you just squish it down and make, you know, a diagonal. And then use your thumb to really solidly make up that crease. Then using some kind of ruler, this actually is a ruler I use for cutting paper, you can line it up right along, this is important, right along this edge here. So line the ruler up right on that edge. Be very careful to line it up precisely against the edge. Push down hard on the ruler and then tear the paper off, giving you essentially a square. Slightly rough. Doesn't actually matter that you can see it's a bit rough here, that's totally fine. And then the next step in making the paper frisbee is just to take the top of this square piece of paper and fold it down. Just like that. So you've got this shape. Now repeat that and make the shapes all exactly the same, right? Because you can imagine that if you fold it like this, it's different and it won't tessellate. So you have to fold them all in exactly the same way when you make it. This is one I made earlier. So what you can see is if you take it out, that shape that I just made, there's a stack of them. Just like this. And then what you do is you slot each one together in this little pocket here. You see the area that folded over creates this tiny little pocket. You stick it into the pocket like so, and then you rotate, form the next pocket, stick it into the pocket, rotate, form the next pocket, stick it into the pocket, rotate, next pocket, stick it into the pocket, and for the final bit, you just sort of bend it back, form that pocket, and you close the circle. Just like so. As you can see, I can hold this, especially if I hold it this way out, I can hold this out flat. Whereas there's absolutely no way with one made out of standard paper that I can hold it flat no matter how hard I try. And that makes a massive, massive difference in terms of how you throw the paper frisbee. So now we'll just throw it. And again, I mean, I'm happy to show you in this room, but I think generally it makes a big difference when you throw them yourselves. But you can see here, that was a complete fail. Let's try that again. That's why I tried to make them earlier. Try Again, you can see, flies like a real frisbee.